activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be... D.A., take it.
Well, guys.
He's doing it all, D.A., thanks. Halfway through the season here, Brent, how do coaching staffs shake things up and keep things fresh over the long 82-game season?
I think coaches who are really smart, Kevin, can be a bit programmable, where they're looking ahead at the schedule and saying there are blocks of games here in which we might try to change some of our defensive schemes, maybe over this 10-game stretch or 5-game stretch. Or
to keep things fresh, or
yeah, because you can only do it on the mental side. As much as we talk about guys getting rested and sitting out games for maintenance issues and load management and those kind of things, the tweaks that you can make on the floor in terms of a couple of new sets on offense or defensively, let's make this challenge for the next few months, will grow the foundation of what coaching staffs are capable of doing with that team as they go on.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Harris is out there with Irving. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's KD in at the 3 slot. Clock at 6. Irving up and in on the layup.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
There's the pass to Saric. Oubre against Durant. This one for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Phoenix pushing it up now. That's good from Booker on the assist by Rubio.
Booker runs the floor so well, a terrific sense of where to be in that kind of situation.
Here's Durant. Offensive rebound. Outside Irving. Over Saric. And it's Irving missing.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Cans it from downtown.
From way, way downtown. Durant truly knows no limits.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Booker outside. Pass to Ayton. He feeds it to Rubio. Here's Booker. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. 6 points for Devin Booker.
Booker's such a good spot-up shooter, but when he gets on the move and he has that kind of deft touch, that's a pretty soft floater.
Durant, that's good. And here are the Suns now. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
And whether or not he's making shots, you have to love what Kelly Oubre brings on defense.
Yeah, the versatility on the defensive end, maybe to a point, Kevin, where he can guard the 1 through 4 position, has this coaching staff excited.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And the Suns making a change here as well. Kaminsky is checked in for Dario Saric. Pass to Kaminsky. Back to Rubio. Booker outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Irving for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
Yeah, you want to respond in kind, but that last game, it was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. You ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Caruge is checked in for Harris. And it's LeVert in for Irving. And for the Suns, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Bridges comes in for Devin Booker. And it's Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. And again, it's the Nets missing. Suns leading by 3. 1:16 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Oubre. Caruge grabs the board. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. He dialed that one up from long distance.
It's a weapon of Tayshaun Prince's offensive game. Continues to look for consistency from there.
Dinwiddie against Johnson. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Baines. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Diallo, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Dinwiddie against Johnson. Dinwiddie's shot is off. The Suns have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Diallo kicks to Bridges. Dinwiddie against Johnson. From 10 feet out, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Got to stay down as Johnson makes a beautiful pump fake there. And once he has his man up in the air, he easily gets right into the contact to earn some free throws.
And Phoenix making a change here. Both shots good from the stripe. Dinwiddie with it. Over Johnson. True on the 14-footer.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Tie game in Brooklyn. And will return shortly. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine for combo guard Tyler Johnson.
I don't really limit myself to one position. I feel like
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Taurean Prince is out there with Caruge. And it's Allen in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Nets with the new shot clock. Down low. They shoot again. Here's Prince. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Taurean Prince has such a great motor, and the physical nature of his play, you got to appreciate that aggressiveness.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Rodion's Gurus.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Now here's Diallo. Back to Johnson. 3-pointer. The rebound by Prince. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Washington Wizards. Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Johnson against Dinwiddie. Johnson, the pass to Baines. From outside the arc. A shot off that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
And that one, good.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Dinwiddie against Johnson. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Baines. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Prince. And here they come. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
So for the Nets, Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Prince. Joe Harris comes in for Karis LeVert. And Irving subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And the Suns making a change here as well. Ayton's checked in. Break for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Durant kicks to Irving. Back to Durant. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Diallo.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Ayton throws it down.
The defense gets physical, but Ayton doesn't seem to get knocked off of balance. That helps him to keep the focus.
KD looking around. Irving finds Chandler. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Yep, that one goes in there. Durant's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
The Suns have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in. And for the Suns, Kaminsky is checked in for Diallo. Saric comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Tyler Johnson. And Rubio kicks to Ayton. Suns moving the ball around. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
When he comes in there with that tomahawk, that's just too much force. Inside. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Šarić.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Šarić has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
Here's KD. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Oubre, good. Now it's just a 3-point Nets lead.
Now Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
Here's KD. Bucket is good. Durant's got 16.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
30 seconds left to play in the first half. Rubio against Irving. Rubio the pass to Šarić, and slam dunk by Šarić.
And you have to get Šarić out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
Durant against Oubre. The drive by KD. Yes, that goes in. Durant's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter? And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Irving way outside, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 18 points and 2 rebounds. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
And that's a wrap for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Šarić and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3.
Nice mid-range J. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
Oubre passes to Ayton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
And the dunk by Booker.
Oubre just does a great job right there of getting that steal.
And Chandler, here we go.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Ayton up top. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Booker, he can't hit that time. Jordan with some nice D. Nets leading by 3. to the inside. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by KD. Chandler's got 4 points this quarter. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Here's Rubio, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back.
And a new group in for the Nets. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Chandler. Odion Kurucs comes in for Kevin Durant. Karis LeVert's checked in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Phoenix also making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Saric. Mikal Bridges comes in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Devin Booker. Johnson goes in, and that one good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
LeVert against Johnson. LeVert the pass to Prince. Stolen away. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Rubio's got the ball. Got a hand on it. In transition, here come the Nets.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to Baines. Now, here's Bridges. Guarded closely. Basket good.
You got to give Ayton credit. This guy is solid at keeping his balance even with the contact.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Ryan Kaminsky, he's checked in for 8. The pass to Baines. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Rubio. Count that one. Rubio's got his second basket of the night.
Rabbit's foot in the shoe that time. Got lucky because the pick has to be better. It made no impact, but they still got the score.
Rubio against Dinwiddie. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Jordan. First in rebounding. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds. What a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Jared Allen's checked in for the Nets. Check Diallo, he's checked in for Phoenix. And it's sent back by Allen. Diallo finds Baines. Johnson wide open. He fires. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Prince. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Looking to run, Prince just streaks down the open court.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. Rubio the pass to Diallo. And it's sent back by Allen. In transition, here come the Nets. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here. And one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And a 4-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
Baines dishes to Rubio. Back to Baines to halt the run. Rebounded by the Nets. Prince has got 5 rebounds tonight. LeVert against Rubio. To the middle. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. That one, no no good. Prince with the defensive effort. Here's Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Baines kicks to Kaminsky. Buries it from three-point range. Kaminsky's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Rubio, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Brooklyn, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Brooklyn now, Irving is out there with Harris. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And there's Jared Allen. And it's KD in at the small forward. Kaminsky, the pass to Oubre. Right on the bucket. Oubre's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Phoenix.
I could see that contact really didn't bother Oubre Jr. on that possession. Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
The shot by Sharch, no good. Nets leading by 10. Irving dishes to Chandler. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
The shot by Sharch, no good. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. And the Nets miss again. Suns trail by 10. Booker draws the double. Saric against Irving, and Saric kicks to Rubio. Pass to Kaminsky, fires the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. KD's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Irving finds KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Pass to Kaminsky. Makes it off the glass.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Knocks it loose. Fast break, here come the Suns. Here's Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
Oubre, that long, slender athlete. You love it when he's on the rise like that.
And on the way from Irving for 3. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. And the Nets lead by 11. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Passes it to Kaminsky. Rubio against Irving. Saric, he doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Durant.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And here's Harris from the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. On the wing, Booker. Over Chandler, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Chandler.
And Booker is tremendous at driving to the inside, throws himself at the D to get the call.
Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And Phoenix also making a switch. Ayton's checked in.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Booker against Harris. A 3-ball. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Chandler outside. The pass to KD from deep three-point range. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, you could pretty much say that DeAndre Jordan's going to get a lot of his points right there, trolling around the rim.
At the elbow with Saric. Irving against Rubio. He kicks to Ayton. 6 to shoot. Right wing. Shot to stop the run. The offensive rebound. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
Irving passes to Jordan. Back to Irving. Off target with his 3. Suns trail by 14.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nets.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
A 2-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kevin Durant.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Chandler, the pass to Jordan. Over Ayton. Jordan's shot is off.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Irving looking for an opening. Lobs it up for Jordan. So it's the Nets picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.